Hey, it's Danielle, and it might not seem it on the surface, but this success kit, all about organization, is going to help you grow and scale your business. And we appreciate that some of you might be thinking, what on earth does this have to do with growing my business? But the truth is, it has everything to do with growing your business. Because without organization and systems in place, ultimately you won't be able to grow and scale your empire. And we hear you when you say, I don't have the time to get organized. There are so many more important things to do and make happen, like administrative work, website management, sales, marketing, bookkeeping. The list does seem endless at times. We get that because we felt the same. But trust us when we tell you this stuff matters. And by investing time in getting organised, you will ultimately make tasks more achievable. You will get more things done in less time. You will say goodbye to the feeling of your business running you rather than you running your business. So over the next 30 days, little by little, we challenge you to implement and act on some of the steps the Society team are going to be talking about within this success kit. It's not complicated. It won't take you hours and hours to achieve, but you just have to start with the basics. And we hope you will be pleasantly surprised at how any overwhelming stress that you're currently feeling starts to subside. So enjoy the journey, honour the struggle, and let's get stuck in. So, one of the main reasons we wanted to produce this success kit is we hear so many female entrepreneurs getting completely overwhelmed in their life and business. Many feel stressed, confused as to what to do next, disorganized in how they tackle tasks, and hemmed in. And this feeling can be super overwhelming and take up an enormous amount of energy. We simply have too much clutter in our lives, too many distractions, too many thoughts, too many interruptions. And this clutter can be physical objects, like a messy desk, a messy home, or even digital clutter, such as inboxes with hundreds of emails just sitting there, and so many productivity apps that we spend more time trying to figure out which one to use than actually getting stuff done. And mental clutter in the form of endless lists and things we are supposed to remember to do. And when we live with these cluttered environments, it's impossible to create our best work. So part of becoming more organised in your life and business is to start decluttering. And you'll notice that the title of this success kit is about creating organisation in your life and your business. And this is because the two go hand in hand. Organisation in your life will cross over into your business and help you start building the foundations that it really needs. And the concept of decluttering can seem trivial in the contents of your career and business, but it's like laying the foundations to a house. Without them, the house won't stand strong. So you need to have a strong foundation of organisation so that you can build your empire upon this. So we're going to start our organisation mission by talking about our physical environment and how we can declutter it. I can always tell when I am trying to do too much because my office will start to get messier. My house will become cluttered and my handbag starts to become a dumping ground. It's obvious that my physical environment is a reflection of what's going on in my head, and vice versa in many ways. Have you noticed the same to be true to you? That your physical environment is a reflection of your inner environment and vice versa. It's impossible to create your best work when your brain is cluttered, and the same is true for your working environment. And for those of you that might think this doesn't apply for you, think about it. There is a reason why most creative people like open space. The expanse gives your mind space to think without barriers or limitations. So if you deem yourself as someone who copes well with mess, just imagine what you are capable of if you had a tidier physical environment. So in our first step to getting organised, let's declutter our physical environment. I always find it easier to clear physical clutter before I clear mental clutter. You could start by having a weekend purge or do things step by step, but whatever you decide to do, make sure you hold yourself accountable, so share your intentions in the society. Here are the 5 Boss Babe rules to decluttering. Use it or lose it. The golden 1-year rule. If you haven't worn it, used it, played it, read it, chances are you will never use it again. So applying this rule, what could you get rid of? What could you send to a more loving home? clothes, kitchen appliances, exercise equipment, old craft supplies, books, almost anything. My best tip is to ask yourself this: if I didn't own it, would I buy it? If you hesitate, out it goes. Step 2, create a no clutter zone for your office space, whether that's at home or at work. Set the intention to keep it tidy. Number 3 is buy storage boxes, a shredder and a scanner. These 3 things will save your sanity. It is possible to have an almost paperless office these days, and I would totally encourage you to aim for this. And for those bits of paperwork that you just can't throw, create a filing system. You'll have seen Natalie loves a labelling system, and I'm very much the same. Think before you buy. The cause of clutter is overspending and impulse purchases. A great way to declutter and also save money is to make a list of the things you'd like to buy. Write down the date you added this item to the list and check back in 30 days to see if you still need it. If you don't still want it 30 days later, don't buy it. I have found this really effective with notebooks because I've literally bought and started so many in the past that actually if I stop and think about it, I don't need half of them. So what are you cluttering your office space with? And number 5 is no regrets. Once you have decided to throw something or donate it, stand by that decision. Don't regret it. Letting yourself have doubts about decluttering decisions that have already been made can have a domino effect, which just leads you back to where you started. So make a pact to rid yourself of any doubts that come into your mind. And if after the slide you're looking around your surrounding and it is messy, pause this video straight away while this training is on. Rate your stress level out of 10 as it stands now. Go and spend 30 minutes to an hour tidying or organising a physical space and record your stress level when you come back, because I can almost guarantee you will feel so much better afterwards. With regards to your digital environment, this includes things like your emails, your diary, social media, apps and photos. And as we live in a very digital world these days, organising and decluttering your digital life can have a huge effect on your mental health. So first of all, let's start with your emails. Emails can be either the bane of your life, that just hearing the words muttered sends you into a spin, or you might already be running a pretty tight ship that is colour coordinated, synced with your tasks and super organised, which is fantastic if you already are. If you're more like the former and experience a gut-wrenching jerk when you open your emails as the chaos ensues, hold yourself accountable to changing that over the next few weeks. I'm going to go through some really simple actions that will make such a huge difference. They don't have to be done all in one go, but can be completed gradually over the next few weeks. So firstly, clean up your inbox, unsubscribe to anything you are no longer interested in, delete unwanted or unread emails, especially if those unread emails are over 2 months old. Just delete all of them. If it was important, you would have dealt with it. Whenever you find yourself with 5 minutes, do a bit more. It doesn't have to be an overwhelming task. Another tip I'll share is I never sign up to anything using my business email addresses. So I have a specific account that I'll sign up to other people's opt-ins with. That way I can keep the two separate and I make sure that I don't miss anything important. Another great tip is folders. I've attached an image of our Contact at the Society email address and how we organise it. When you are getting a lot of emails every day, we need to have a system. Folders are great for this so that you can keep track. We also leave it as unread if the email hasn't been actioned or is unresolved. Another point is turn your email notifications off and limit the amount of times you check them daily. Limiting your time on your emails will mean that when you do log in, your time is focused and on purpose, and you can make sure the system is working. Interestingly, the University of California also found that when computer-dependent employees were banned from checking their email, they were actually less stressed. And they got more stuff done, and managers reported they saw an increase in productivity and a higher quality of work within their teams. So definitely be mindful about how you spend your time on your emails. In your diary, which we are going to chat to you on the next slide, I'd also recommend leaving Friday afternoons free as a catch-up slot. This will give you time to finish any projects or deal with any leftover emails that you're working on, and you can really aim to get that message inbox down to 0, which is such a fantastic feeling. So, how are you currently managing your diary? Do you manage your diary? I am holding myself accountable to you this month because I'm currently moving from my iPhone calendar over to Google Calendar so that I can organise my time better. Do you need to be joining me on this exercise? What is your ratio of work to meetings to downtime? Do you feel like you are constantly moving from meeting to meeting? Are you allowing yourself time for creative space? Do you know where you are spending your time? Are you protective enough over your time? Are there meetings which you could be delegating to someone else or even cancelling? You can get a great overview off your diary by colour coding it, so check out the video our team member Gabby has created for you, and she will show you some awesome tricks to taking control of your calendar. Let's declutter our social media next. Oh my gosh, I do not want to see moaning posts in my feed, and thank goodness now we have the society I don't need to, because my newsfeed is literally full of positive posts, intelligent questions, and generally lights me up when I log on. And if you aren't already following hashtag the Boss Babe Society, you should be. It's so incredible and amazing to be able to see and support like-minded women. So what is your newsfeed like? Do you need a cleanup? Also, a little tip I've got is if you're tired of seeing ads and posts from sources that are just nothing to do with what you want to see and completely irrelevant, you can actually mark this on Facebook. So take advantage of this so that you see what you want to see. Who watching is a sucker for a productivity app? I reckon there's going to be a few of us. But do you ever get the feeling that you are downloading so many apps to make you more productive that in actual fact it's preventing you being productive? Does that sound familiar? For a quick win, pause this video right away and just have a quick scan through the phone and delete any unwanted or unused apps. Honestly, I did this the other day and it felt so cleansing. I went from pages and pages of apps, got rid of half of them, and now all the ones I actually use are on my front 2 pages. So much easier. Also, do the same with your photos. Have a cleanse through. Are there blurred ones? Are there other people's WhatsApp photos on? I noticed that my brother was sending WhatsApp photos to our family group of his holiday, and my whole photo feed was just full of his holiday photos. So just have a clear up of that. If there's duplicated photos, if there's blurred ones, just get rid of them. Honestly, so cleansing, and also gives you more room on your phone for other more important resources. So next we're going to talk about your mental environment. So now that we've decluttered your physical and your digital environments, you should be feeling calmer, a little less stressed, because aligning and organising our outer world has a positive impact on our inner world, being our mental environment. You'll start to notice your focus improves, you are less distracted, and your ability to cope with stressful situations improves, all enhancing how you can run and grow your business. Now, there are a few additional strategies we would like to share with you to ensure you declutter your mental environment as much as possible, and the first is the power of a list. I've shared in previous trainings how to complete a to-do and a to-don't list, and if you aren't already implementing this, I would definitely encourage you to go back and watch the it's called How to Create More Action and Results video training, and it's within the How to Master the Elements of Success kit. Planning is another key part to prevent mental clutter. The more you plan, the clearer things are and the greater action you can take. So have you planned your quarter? If not, don't panic. There are loads of great resources within the society to help you do that. And we cover it in depth every quarter, so every 3 months in the live goal planning session. It's also worth using a list making software. Natalie and I both use Evernote, and we are sharing with you the exact template that we use to plan each week. So just head to the bonuses section of this kit. It keeps you focused and you don't have to use any mental energy remembering what you need to do and get done each day. And lastly, but arguably the most important, to help declutter your mental environment, you must create systems and procedures. If you want to grow your empire, you have to create them. It will mean that you can grow your business at much quicker speed. And because this is so important, that's exactly what the whole next video training is about. And this stuff might seem completely basic, but getting these simple things right is so important. Because from simplicity comes calm, focus and purpose. So don't underestimate these simple tasks. See you in the next training.